BBC News. Just gone 10 to 11, good morning. We know that in an age of live streaming, more and more of us are actually buying vinyl albums. How good is that? Well, it still only accounts for around 2.5% of the overall music market. It is growing, which means artists are spending more time trying to create iconic album covers in the hope of emulating some of these. Look at these. Right. You will recognise all of them pretty much. You will all have your favourites. You will no doubt own some of these. Tonight, winner of the 2016 Best Art Vinyl Award will be announced. So how does a record sleeve become iconic? And what were the best works of art last year? Let's speak to various people now. Kate Jackson is a musician. She designed the sleeve for her solo album, British Road Movies, herself. And she's one of the nominees for tonight's award. Pete Fowler's famous and celebrated for his record sleeve art. He designed most of the albums for the Super Furry Animals. Andrew Heeps is from Art Vinyl, which holds the awards every year. And Rob O'Connor's been involved with creating iconic album covers such as Park Life by Blur. His company, Stylorouge, is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah, Stylorouge is nominated for tonight's Best Art Vinyl Award, creating the sleeve for Cooler Shaker's new album and Jake Bugg's album, On My One. Welcome all of you. Okay, we've got some amazing examples here. As you are behind the awards tonight, what are you gonna pick out? We've got Kate's, which is up for an award. We've got David Bowie's Black Star. Describe why that is regarded as iconic.
Well, I think in time will tell. Obviously,
yeah, well, that's the thing.
That's the thing. We've gone through I'd say a very difficult year.
I'm going to hold that up.
Okay, a very difficult year this year with everything that's gone on, but what can't be removed is this obviously a great record, which has obviously influenced people's decisions about whether it being a great design as well. But to create something like this, which has so much intrigue, the album cover itself was even, you know, months after its release, people were discovering things. If you shone it in the light, you could see more.
Before you carry
things.
on, actually, Kate, would you mind just putting the record on? I think
yeah, of course.
That is Black Star down
there.
there.
It is Black Star. Hopefully my DJ skills will work.
So yes, I think so. You know, people's influence onto the which record sleeve they particularly like does often come from the music as well. But a lot of the time, it's up to these guys that we're with today to take the concept of that music and turn it into a visual thing that we can all enjoy.
How do you do that?
How do you take the music and turn it into?
Yeah.
Well, it's different for every job. I mean, we've done record sleeves for so many years, our company, and what's difficult is making each one different for each artist. So each artist demands a different requirement, really. So you know, this
Give us an example and hold it up for us.
Yeah, that's Jake's cover, and he has had two albums which rely heavily on his own image previous to this. On this occasion, he wanted some art, and we actually, you know, sourced the correct artist for him for that particular project. Whether that's described as iconic or not is neither here nor there.
Sure. It's Kate, in terms of you designing this, why did you do it? Again, hold it up so everyone can see it. Just the camera will find it.
I suppose I'm in quite a relatively unusual position of being both the musical artist and the visual artist. So when I was writing the music, I suppose I had a kind of idea of what I wanted the sleeve to look like. I don't know if that's true for all musical artists. I don't know whether, say for example, musicians come to you and describe to you what they want, or whether you take the music and then interpret that.
Well, we do take the music and interpret it, and if we don't like the music, then that gives you the quandary of what do you do. And I think we've already spoken about this, Pete does what we do and just listen to something else that we do like to inspire us. But it's interesting that you do design your own covers, because what we always try and do is make our designs look like they've come from the artist. And that's, for me, that's kind of paramount, because we don't really want people to think, oh, that's some, you know, design agency.
Absolutely, who's making money out of this. That doesn't seem to be very sort of creative, although it clearly is. Pete, let's talk about some of these and what inspires you.
Well, funny enough, we're talking about the inspiration for it. I've been working with Super Furry Animals since '96, I think. So it's that thing of coming up with something new every time. But the first record I designed for them was their second album, Radiator, and I was given a list of working titles for the songs, also some recordings and demos, unfinished tracks, and was told by the band, if you can get inspiration from these, be great. If not, do what you like.
Okay.
Which is kind of quite scary.
Okay, have you got it then? Have you got it?
No, this actually isn't the first.
Oh, right,
I brought
okay.
these because these are sort of.
What was the cover of Radiator then? Just
It was a bear walking down the street, seeing an evil reflection of itself in the mirror.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it was quite. But they went on tour in Japan, and a journalist explained to them what the album was about. It was about Shinto religion, and they were like, "Okay." So everyone has their own interpretation. Everyone has their own interpretation of the artwork.
That's the beauty of it. And you know, when you look at one of your favourite album covers, it arouses different emotions, and that, you know. I look at Dare and I could almost cry because I was so happy at that time. You know, it's not particularly iconic. It just means so much to me, and that's the beauty of it. The winner announced tonight.
Yeah, it'll be announced tonight at the Harry Hotel in London.
Has Kate won? Come on, put us out of the
I
misery.
can't say. It's top secret till about 8, 9 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
But it's a real celebration. What we actually do is we actually do a montage of the 50 nominees. So obviously there is a winner, but I think it's very much what it's about is a celebration of record cover art. I mean, what's lovely for me is I'm sitting here talking about the Best Art Vinyl Awards, but I'm surrounded by 3 people of whom I've bought their work without actually knowing,
Without
realising it.
Without actually playing it.
In some instances, but it's I think that's what it's about. These guys are sometimes the unsung heroes that are behind creating these lovely images that we have.
The artwork it's the magic portal into the music itself.
Yes.
It's the thing that you have in your bedroom. You can even put it up on your bedroom wall if you want to. And that's the difference for me between holding a beautiful piece.
I'm going to
of
stop you there
artwork.
because we're at the end of the programme. I'm so sorry. But good luck. Good luck. Thank you so much. Thank you. Back tomorrow at 9. Thanks for your company today. Have a good day.